Hi everyone, and welcome to morning coffee break. I overslept a little bit again. I didn't go to sleep until late. It was like 2 o'clock or so. I just couldn't go to sleep. Anyway, then when I finally did, I couldn't wake up. So anyway, today's Thursday, August 19th. Currently it's 72 degrees. High today's 82. Chance of rain 100%. Doesn't look like it now, so something must be coming in. The humidity's 87%. There's no wind. Air quality is 80. That's in the moderate range. Hold on a minute. I'm going to go get these trash cans because it's too hard to do it with the camera, holding the camera. Look at this, everybody. Here's my first okra. Pretty nice looking, really. There's another one growing out there. I'll show you. That rainwater sure helped these plants, so everybody's looking good in here. I don't know if these got much of that. I don't think they got much of that rain. I may have to water these a little, because these are back. The rain was coming down pretty much straight, so these didn't get anything much. That eggplant looks better. That one. That okra doesn't look too bad. See what happens. Okay. Tomatoes are slow this time of year to turn red. One of these here's trying to turn. Something pulled one off right there too. I wonder if it's eating on. Yep. I may as well set that down there for whatever eats on them. And it ate this one down here pretty much, the whole thing. I'm thinking that it's the groundhog, or one of the groundhogs doing that. I really do. This one looks like it's starting. It's hard to tell which ones they come from, because the vines have grown all over each other. That's a nice one back there. It's fixing to turn. I'd almost get it. I don't think the groundhog can get that high up there, though. Probably could, but it'd probably have a hard time. There's quite a few back in here. There's some down in here. They're kind of hard to see. There's several. I'm surprised Kitty's not there. Yeah, there's plenty of them left. Like I said, these, I can really take these out anytime and just let whatever's here. It's a good thing to save some seeds. I've heard that there might be a seed shortage. So here I got a couple beefsteaks. I was looking on Burpee's site. Joe from Joe's Garden and Bees and I are getting ready to, he did already order some. But I looked through, and a lot of them, they were out of Burpee. A whole lot they're out of already. So we're thinking ahead of time, things, and going to go ahead and get them for spring, because you can't have a garden if you don't have any seeds, So yeah, there's some nice green beans in here. They'll make good, dry them, they'll make a good seeds to use. I'm going to try some of any seeds that I save this year. I didn't never do this before, but I'm going to, over the winter, I'm going to see if they'll grow properly before I try to use them, because you're wasting a lot of time if you put seeds in the ground and they don't come up. You have to start all over again. But that's what the beans should look like when they're dry. That doesn't mean it's dry on the inside. They still feel a little soft on the inside. This one's a little small, but I just saw it. I'm feeling a few drops of rain, believe it or not. I need to get some more of these onions. Next salad we have. And some of these are getting pretty big. I think that's got a little place on it. The rest of it's good. They'll start to turn like that. They'll start to do that if you leave them on here too long. So let's see. Here's another one. It's pretty big. See how it came off that easy? I think that one's okay. I don't know why that one's doing that already. Well, that's enough for now. But there's some that's pretty big, I can tell you. I got my pocket full. Let's take it. I believe the Japanese cucumbers aren't going to make it. Something's been eating on them. You can see it down at the bottom of that. I don't know if I saw a chipmunk in here. I've seen all kinds of the little birds get in here and get back out. So I don't know what's done it, but I'll be lucky if they do anything, them. However, the cucamelons look a little better than that. They're little, but I think the vines are a little more like petite than a regular cucumber. Let's see, something ate the whole top right off that one. Right there. And I got the okra that was on here, I've been showing. And there's another one. I don't know how good you can see it. Right there, there's another one. And I don't know if there's any over here or not yet. They kind of look like I'm coming out, but then it's a flower. And then it grows after that. I'm really curious as to how these carrots are doing. Let me take this off. I want to feel right here how big this one is. It's not that big. That one isn't. I feel it. Let's see, is there a bigger one? What it is these two are together. I need to get it. Get one to show you. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize it could. Here we go. Look at that, y'all. Okay, I thought maybe some of them were getting about right. Let me cover that back up there. So, that's a white one. I may have to start going through these a little bit so we can have some carrots. I don't want that down there. Yeah. That's not bad. I'm really surprised. I didn't think any of them were that big. I haven't looked through them, you know. I've had this net on them. I mean, it could stand to be a little bigger around, but I'm sure it's nice and tender at this size. So let me put my little harvest. I already got one tomato. It doesn't look fantastic, but it's pretty big. Right here, it's got some, let's see, get my harvest out of my pocket. Ooh. And a little one that fell off. Or no, that's that little one from that one plant. So a little, you know, not too awful bad. I could get more, I'm sure. But that's today's little harvest for right now. All I need to do is look through those carrots. Let's see. Put my green bean there. Hadn't looked over here yet, and we'll come back in. Yeah, and these, look, I mean, y'all, just wait. I almost got one of these off this morning. Took it off to see. That one's almost ready. To show y'all how big. But I'm wanting to let them ripen the right way on the vine, so, well, on the bush or whatever. But they are just, they look so good. I hope nothing happens to them before I'm able to. It's about pulled down this stick. They're so heavy. Eggplants are looking great. Oh my gosh, I need to add a zucchini. I told you this would be bigger today, and it is. It's a lot bigger today. Well, I'm getting a little harvest here. This thing's big. Clean it up a little. Oh my goodness. And there's more zucchini, eggplants if I wanted. Just leave them go for now. This zucchini's doing pretty good. Maybe it'll turn out to be something. This one's getting ready to grow one. Right here. There it is. Underneath there. There it is right there. Well, maybe I won't have to water today either. That helps. So, let's go in here and do today's tidbits. Got a little pepper over there growing. Let's see where I can put this on here. In addition to the other stuff. Now, there's today's harvest. Looking a little better. Oh shoot, I forgot I gotta put this here too. It's in the shade a little. Let's see, maybe I'm blocking it. Looking good. Could make a stew out of that. I made a last year, I think it was. I made up a recipe. A lot of my recipes I make up. Like I've looked at other recipes and stuff, but I make it my own. You know, I change it to where we would like it. So I mean, I end up writing it down and making my own recipes. Anyway, I made a vegetable stew from stuff out of the garden last year, and it was fantastic. have to find the recipe. It's really humid, y'all. Bad. Okay, let's see here. Today's thumbnail is I was looking at where it says baked chicken parmesan. I baked it instead of, frying it. And it turned out fantastic. That chicken was so big. What it is when they were in the little package from Aldi, they looked, pretty big, but what it is they had folded them like over so they would fit in that tray. They were so big. So when I took them out and flattened them out, they were huge. So what I did was I two of the pieces of chicken, they were breaded. I went ahead and saved, and we're going to have another meal with them, another way, like just maybe mashed potatoes and stuff with it, that way I made 2 meals out of it, because it was too much chicken. Because Joy and I split one, and you can see in the picture it was how big it was when we split it. You can't see the chicken too good for the cheese and sauce on it, but believe me, it's there. And it was fantastic. Only thing, what did I eat after? I ate a yogurt. But I think I did eat one of them Danish things this time, which I felt bad about having it after that. But I had that, and I had a yogurt and some beef jerky, a little bit of beef jerky after that. I didn't really eat that much at supper. I wasn't feeling too good. So I ate that, some of that stuff later. But anyway, yesterday when I weighed, I was down 12 pounds. But today it was a little over 11 pounds, 11 something. But you can have a lot of water, fluid, be a part of that too. And I drank a lot of fluids yesterday. Like when I drank one of those Monster Hydro drinks, and last night, and I don't know how many waters. Anyway, and we also had a salad. But that was fantastic, y'all. You can see my recipe. I actually wrote that recipe down yesterday after looking at several of them. And I said, you know what? I know how to do this. I'll just do it myself. And, so I just did it the way I wanted to. One of them I looked at used melted butter and put it on the chicken and then breaded it. I just didn't think it would stick on there as good as the milk wash with the egg. And it always turns out good that way. So we were supposed to have steakums yesterday and potato wedges. So supposedly that's what we'll have tonight. We need to, because I bought we did some really good hoagie buns, and I want them to be fresh. And then we need to have burgers, like I said one night, because we bought like shredded lettuce, and that stuff goes bad pretty quick. So anyway, let's see. Oh, also, I'm going to be doing a taste test with Mike today, if nothing goes wrong, for what was it called? Oh, this one's is ramen, the ramen kit. And I think I'll do like maybe a drink of some kind, maybe one of those ice drinks, sparkling ice things or something. Or we got Mountain Dews that are new. One or the other. And we also need to, Logan is finally going back to therapy. He's been having lots of problems with his neck. His wrist was hurting him, different things bothering him. He hadn't been able to go in a while, so he's going back today. So we're doing that. Maybe I'll do a drive with us, because we haven't gone over there in so long. He hadn't been able to go in so long. It would be new to a lot of y'all that hadn't seen that area. Okay, let's see. Let me get ready here for today's tidbits. Drink of coffee. getting there. Okay. Airport crew members dance in rain, entertain passengers. In Austin, Texas, an airport ground crew worker danced on the tarmac amid rain to entertain passengers in a delayed flight. Ariane Estrada, a passenger on the flight, recorded Ashton Beer's dancing. She later posted the video to TikTok and said she admired how he was spreading positivity despite the weather. What causes highway mirage? Highway mirages are optical illusions caused by the interactions of light and hot air. When the rays from the sun reach the cooler air above the warm road, the speed of the particle of light rises, causing its path to change. This creates a highway mirage, something that looks like a puddle of water on the road. I've seen that before. Alamir Falls, California, stunning tide falls. Tide falls are coastal waterfalls that flow directly into the ocean. Alamir Falls is a 40-foot tide fall that cascades over a 12-meter cliff and pours its waters directly into the Pacific Ocean. Located in California's Point Reyes National Seashore, it is one of the 2 known tide falls in the entire state, with the other being McWay Falls. Chinese scientists create flexible ice. An article published in Science magazine says researchers from China have developed flexible ice that can bend and curl. The ice has a maximum deformation of 10.9% at maximum cold temperature. Scientists believe these elastic ice microfibers can be used to create sensors capable of detecting air pollution. Well, they'll detect it over there in China for sure. They don't worry about it, about air pollution. Okay, I hate to say that, but it's true. They've had all kinds of warnings and stuff about what their pollution levels. And of course, they haven't done anything about it, but I don't know. That's just my opinion, y'all. I mean, I've heard stuff. The fall season begins with the arrival of the fall equinox when the sun crosses the equator. People living in the northern hemisphere will begin to see more darkness than daylight. Hours of daylight have been growing shorter each day since the summer solstice in June. This year, the first day of fall arrives on Wednesday, September 22. The largest ice field in Canadian Rockies. The Columbia Ice Field is the largest ice field in the Canadian Rockies. It's about 89 square miles wide, 1,200 feet deep, and 17 miles long. The ice field receives an average of 23 feet of new snowfall per year. The snow doesn't melt completely during short summers. They accumulate and flow outward, creating glaciers. I don't see how with this global warming. Reno sets record for most 100 degrees days in a year. Reno City in Nevada set a new record for the most 100-degree days in a single year on Monday, when the temperature reached 102 degrees Fahrenheit. The Reno Tahoe International Airport had recorded 20 days of 100 Fahrenheit in 2018. Monday's high broke the old record, as it was the 21st day of this year when the mercury cleared the century mark. Wow, that wouldn't be fun. At least it's not humid. How to preserve groceries in a hot car? Bacteria that cause foodborne diseases can double in number every 20 minutes at room temperature. So imagine what can happen in a hot car. It is vital to keep food fresh to avoid your family from getting sick. Insulated bags with cold packs will keep frozen foods cool until you reach home. If you make multiple stops, buy meat and poultry last, it says. That's a good idea. I've never thought about it, because it's really close by, but it's so hot. Usually we don't make any stops, though. When we get done, we come straight home. Now, we have maybe picked up something to eat before at a drive-thru or something, but that might be it. But usually we come straight home. The problem is I put the stuff on table, you know, and do the haul, and it sits there sometimes for maybe up to 20 minutes. So I gotta, you know, do that quicker when I get in too. Nothing's made us sick though. I always put it up, you know, right away after I show it. Anyway, landslides due to heavy rains possible in North Carolina mountains. Heavy rainfall is expected in the North Carolina mountains this week as the remnants of Tropical Storm Fred move north. The heavy rain for the mountains is forecasted to last until Thursday and increase the risk of landslides and rock slides. Up to 4 inches of rain is predicted in general, with higher amounts in isolated areas. I know we got more than that. And lastly, Hurricane Linda continues to weaken slowly. Hurricane Linda, now Category 1 hurricane, continues to weaken slowly as it moves westward in the Pacific. The cooler waters are weakening it into a tropical storm. It will approach the Hawaii Islands this weekend or early next week as a weak tropical storm. Linda formed on August 10 as a tropical depression. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed today's tidbits. That's going to be it for that and it for morning coffee break. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please press that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so that you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody have a great day. I'll see you later on doing something. Bye, everyone, and God bless.